Hey girl, close the door and take a seat because the streets are buzzing, and it looks like folks have finally cracked the code on how Diddy may have contracted HIV. And trust me when I say this, you're about to be shook to your core. Word on the block is that Diddy allegedly had a secret situation going on with influencer Gina Tew back in the day. And get this, she might have been the one who gave it to him. Yes, you heard that right. And just when we thought we'd reached the final chapter in this never-ending chaos, boom, this Gina situation has resurfaced, and it's about to blow the lid off everything all over again. So, how did Diddy and Gina cross paths? And if this rumor's true, who else might they have passed it on to? Let's dive into it now. It's kinda wild that Gina's even speaking up, but if you know her, you know she's never been the type to hide in the shadows. She's one of the rare influencers who publicly shared her HIV status and did it without an ounce of shame. She opened up back in 2022, saying she had no idea she was HIV positive and, because it was untreated for so long, it progressed into full-blown AIDS. She said, "All I know is that because I was so sick, like, at death's door they told me I must have had it for 8 to 10 years. And during that time, I was living in New York City, homeless, and yes, I got assaulted a few times. Not something I really want to get into." Now pause, I need y'all to lock in on that New York detail, because it's about to come back around in a big way. Since going public, Gina's been sharing raw, emotional updates about her battle with the virus, like this clip where she wrote, "I lost all my muscle and strength due to my immune system, 8 IDs, and being in a hospital bed for so long."
Including this video that she captioned, "I lost all my muscle and strength due to immune system, AIDS, and being in a hospital bed for so long."
This will be the last time that we stand. I don't know how long we've been here, but yeah, I've got here probably about 20 minutes before you. Ready? Okay. 1, 2, 3. Push through those legs. Come on, push, 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 push. Stand up, stand up, stand up. Push through those legs. Come on, do it. Push those legs. And we. Not bad. Not bad at all.
Despite everything, she's been fighting hard to get back on her feet literally. A while back, she revealed she'd gone from 65 pounds to over 100. She said, "Last time y'all heard from me, I was 98 pounds. Well, guess what time now? 105 pounds. Baby, I freaking made it. The doctor told me it was actually 106, but I took off a pound for clothes and shoes either way. I hit my goal." She's now walking on her own again and looking a whole lot stronger. But here's the twist. What does this all have to do with Diddy? Well, the same streets that broke the Gina story are now saying that Diddy himself might be HIV positive and he might have been the one who exposed Gina in the first place. I know it's insane, but this theory really started gaining traction when Diddy got locked up. Back when he was still outside, he had top-tier doctors on speed dial, folks who could keep his viral load so low, you'd never guess he was sick. Sure, there were whispers even then, but no one took them seriously because he looked completely fine. But let's be real, knowing his wild reputation, the idea that Diddy might have had an STI or STD isn't that far-fetched. His freak legendary, but not in a good way. There have been reports of freaky parties spiraling out of control, and from what insiders say, condoms weren't exactly top priority. Those rooms, pure chaos. And rumor has it, STIs and STDs were flying around like party favors. Passed around like party favors. And oh, let's not forget those lingering whispers that he allegedly gave Usher herpes. So yeah, the idea of Diddy having HIV, sadly, not outside the realm of possibility. And when Diddy landed behind bars and no longer had access to his private team of elite doctors, that's when the cracks really started to show. From the moment the trial kicked off, people couldn't help but notice Diddy looked different. Gone was that signature energy, the larger-than-life, untouchable persona he used to bring to every room he entered. Whether it was red carpets or city blocks, he always walked like he owned the place. But now, he appeared smaller, drained, and aged, like he had the weight of the world on his shoulders. And this wasn't just he lost a little weight type of change, there was something deeper going on. At first, fans chalked it up to the pressure of the legal circus. And honestly, anyone facing the kind of allegations Diddy is facing would be stressed beyond belief, especially someone who spent decades living at the top. But this felt like more than stress. The glow was gone, and what remained? It had people seriously concerned. It didn't take long for the rumors to kick into high gear. As the days passed, more and more folks started speculating that what we were witnessing wasn't just exhaustion or the effects of aging. No, this looked like a health crisis, a serious one. And one theory began to rise above all the others that Diddy might be battling. HIV. And then came the courtroom sketches. Social media detectives wasted no time zooming in on every pixel. His hollow cheeks, dull eyes, and sluggish posture were all under the microscope. People compared courtroom footage with older photos, and the transformation was impossible to ignore. Even seasoned court reporters sitting in the room with him commented on how off he looked, not just mentally worn out, but physically struggling in a way that raised red flags. This wasn't just internet gossip anymore. It became a full-blown topic of investigation online. Fans, bloggers, and even critics started asking the tough question, what's really going on with Diddy's health behind closed doors? And girl, when I say the internet exploded after that, I mean it straight up went nuclear. People weren't just talking about his alleged sexcapades anymore. The real firestorm began when rumors suggested he may have exposed other celebrities to HIV during those infamous freak-offs. That's when things really spiraled. Because let's be honest, the list of names rumored to have attended those freaky parties, it's deep. And some of those people are huge in the industry. So once folks started playing detective and connecting the dots, it wasn't just a Diddy problem anymore. It turned into an industry-wide scandal just waiting to erupt. And it didn't help that Hollywood already has a reputation for blurred lines. Friends, hookups, flinks, it all blends together in that scene. So if even a slice of these rumors are true, the ripple effect could be devastating. People started questioning not just Diddy's health, but the health, honesty, and choices of some of the biggest celebrities in the game. And then Jaguar Wright stepped in and dropped a bomb. She didn't just say Diddy had HIV, she claimed he's been living with it for a long time, and that he's far from the only one. According to Jaguar, there are at least 20 other men in the industry facing the exact same battle. That statement, it sent the internet into a frenzy. People started digging through old interviews, watching past performances, and reanalyzing everything through a brand new lens.
I mean, he actually caught HIV, like having like a lot of women.
Oh yeah, let's just go down the rabbit hole of all of his sins.
I'm just saying.
You want to know what's wild about that though? He faced that head up.
He did.
He didn't stop doing what he's done.
He an advocate. Now he did that. And
period. Listen to me. He faced that head up. How many dudes is running around undetectable? G.
Come on.
In the game.
Man.
Because I could tell you 20 right now that I could rattle off names, and wouldn't nobody be able to sue me.
The internet exploded with speculation, and folks went deep into detective mode. They started digging through Diddy's history, old flings, longtime associates, music industry ties, trying to connect the dots. And one name that just wouldn't go away, Usher. People instantly recalled how unusually close he was with Diddy, especially those eyebrow-raising stories about him living at Diddy's house as a teen. With these disturbing new claims surfacing, all the whispers from back then suddenly didn't feel so far-fetched anymore. But it didn't end there. More names started getting tossed into the fire. Meek Mill quickly came under the spotlight because of his frequent appearances around Diddy in recent years, almost too close for comfort. Then, out of nowhere, Mack's name resurfaced. Though his 2018 death was officially ruled heart failure, fans are now re-examining everything, wondering if that's really the full story. Even Kim Porter, God rest her soul, is being brought back into the discussion. Although her passing was said to be due to pneumonia, conspiracy theories have swirled for years, claiming there's more beneath the surface. And then came a shocker no one expected, Gina Tew. Remember how she mentioned she caught HIV in New York? Well, she just dropped another bomb, saying that the man who infected her is a famous New York-based celebrity who lives a very specific kind of lifestyle. And if you know, you know. There's really only one person that matches that profile, Diddy, reports say Gina admitted. She was romantically involved with this man for years and genuinely cared for him, which made the betrayal that much worse. Apparently, someone she trusted showed her a clip from an interview featuring this unnamed celebrity, and that triggered her to reevaluate everything. She even mentioned she had to involve law enforcement at one point because of the man's disturbing behavior, and after hearing what he said in that interview, she was convinced he was the one who gave her HIV.
And I've dealt with cops over this person due to sexual conduct stuff that I thought was no big deal, so I brushed it off. But the fact that it's coming back to my face and they're telling me stuff about STDs and all this mess, and this man has been with me and everybody else doing the same thing with everybody else, and I don't know how to just brush it off anymore, because it's like, what if, what if this is the person who did this to me and he's living his best life? But hey, you can't have assumptions because it just makes an ass out of you and me. That's what they say. I'll never know, right? But I just don't like seeing stuff like that. I wake up and it ruins my whole day because I'm like, I don't think about this stuff for that reason, because I don't want to even, I can't do anything about it.
And considering all the evidence against Diddy, plus the previous allegations of him.
Now, Taking into account all the mounting accusations against Diddy, from the lawsuits to the claims that he knowingly hid his STI status, and even the long-standing rumors that he gave Usher herpes, it's sadly not hard to believe he may have done the same to Gina. This is absolutely heartbreaking. Let us know what you think in the comments, and then check out the next video, because things just keep getting darker.